Hello, Grandma Griggly here with my nostalgia basket. Wonder if it's in here today. Now the first thing to come out of my basket is a sheath. That's what you call a sheath, and this is for all the wifeys had did their knitting. See how this whole, it was full of horsehair, and the weaving needles had 2 pints, and they were awful heavy because they were knitting on the round, and this would have gone round your waist, and the needles stuck in here. You would have had four needles stuck in here, and that kept the weight of the weaving. Now, if you couldn't afford one of this, sometimes the wifeys just used a soak filled with rice, and that's what they used for it. Now, this is another weaving thing. Now, this was made with plastic, so it was much later on. But this was, you had your ball of wool in here, and it'd stop at your wool getting an arrival up when you were weaving, or to stop a cut, a tuck in your ball of wool. This in here, now this is a very big tin of clean easy flare polish for linoleum. Now, and it's still full of polish, and you could almost, I think if you can smell it, it's a lovely, lovely smell. And the clean easy man used to come round the doors with their brushes in their suitcase, and they would sell all the wifeys brushes and cleaning products round the doors. And we said, and the other end was better wear. Some folk would maybe mind on the better wear folk. Now, so anybody can for this is, I've got quite a few of them, and this is Clay's pigs. Now these were made locally. They were made for a man in Newport Sligo, and he's still alive. He's in a care home now, but what they would do, they would take this wood and they would whittle it down, and then round here was a bit of a tin can for the tin of beans or whatever, and they cut it and they nailed that in here, and they could round the doors selling it, and that just kept all your blankets on the towel. Now it was off of there. Now the other thing here I've got in this little baggie, and I've to keep it in a bag because the boxes are broken, and this is what you call segs, and it was for your tackety boots. You could, because you couldn't just throw a wash in when they got worn, so you put in the tackets into your sheen, but it was awful fine having this tackets in your sheen because it made an awful rare noise. You could do your tap dancing. It was fine. So it was just, there were segs was the posh name. Now the next thing that I've gotten is, I've got a wee tin of Omo, and that was a good washing powder of the day. And this bookie here, this was the English electric cooker, and my mum had these cookers here, and they were on the council houses at the time, and it was half a grand. So this was the English electric cookbook, and it gave you all the recipes to use on that cooker. Now next I've got this things here is rubber feet, and it says on here, it says for under tea trays, lavatory seats, radio and television sets. So it was rubber feet. Right, that's in my basket now. This here, I wonder if you would ken what this is. This here was measuring, if you wanted to measure the size of your knitting needle, you would put that in here, and that would tell you, it would tell you what size it is, or all the different sizes of knitting needles, and that kept you right to ken what size of knitting needles you had when you did your weaving. And now this here, this is a bone spoon, and before the modern teaspoons, you had to have a bone spoon for your eating your eggs, because eggs discolour the spoons, so you had to use a bone spoon to have your boiled eggs in the morning. And at the end here, a wee bit of hair for a sat, and you just put a sat into your egg, and you use that bit for your breakfast in the morning. Now, this other thing in here, we've got, this is the boil-proof knicker elastic. So you had to have your knicker elastic. Abdi had knicker elastic in the house. And now this here, mine, and this was the plain 2-hole card of superior buttons. But the thing about this was that you could buy them, and it was material covered, and you would have had this on your undergarments, and that was for happy. Now, and here was another one, a card of buttons as well. So that was off a thing. Now, what else is in here? What I've got in here, I need to read this out to you because this is what things cost in long ago. Now this is 1953, the year the coronation, and if you wanted bread, it was 7 halfpenny for a loaf. Tatties was 1 shilling. Eggs was 4 shillings that's for a dozen. Cheese was 2 and 2 Milk was 6 halfpenny a bottle. Now the thing is, there was the wages, and you kind of Scottish wifeys and mannies got paid less money for working in the firms than the English ones. Now let me read this out to you. Farm workers' wages were fixed in England and Wales for the Agricultural Wage Board, and at £5.13 per week for adult male workers and 4 shillings 6 per week for adult female workers. But in Scotland, the basic minimum rate for adult male workers was £5.08 per week, and for adult female workers was 4 shillings 1 6 per week. So they got paid less in Scotland than you got paid in England. But I'm ready to be political, okay? Now, the next thing I need to let you see, when the wifeys did their work, they wore a turban, right? And this is my mum here, when she got away to the hair and yard, and she had to wear her turban around her hair and a wraparound overall. And I've got a wraparound overall here, and this is my wraparound overall, right? Look at that. And of course they had a pocket in the front, and it goes around your waist. And then to do this here, I'll take this off, and you would have, watch your work, you work the hair and yard. Your mum work it in the hair and yard. You put this around your head, and you put this in your between your mouth, okay? And try this here, like so. And then this gets tuck it in here, right? So that's like the riveter, for the war time. And that's what all the wifeys had, to keep their hair in place and keep their curlers in. And then they would tie up their fingers when they get out the hair and yard. That's a great long story. And what happened was the hair and bell would go in the tune, and the wifeys all waited to get their money to come round in a bike with a bell, and they think it was time for them to get their Wellington boots on, wrap around the overalls and get their hair tied up, and their fingers are tied up. They go down to the yard. And it was on open air, and there was 3 to a team, and there was 2 filleters and 1 packer. Now my mum was a packer, but of course there was no babysitters, so the bairns all had to gang in all, and we had to help with packing the fish into the barrels, and we would be putting you into a fish box, and after the fish was so far up, we would put on the fish box and we would do the top layers, and it had to be belly up, like so, and then scoop on the sat until you filled up a barrel, and then the cooper came and made sure it was good and put on the lid, and that was it. And then at the end of the season, because they didn't get paid till the end of the season, and the Russians came, and they came and they would mark 3 crosses on a 3 barrels, and that barrels had to be opened up and spewed on the pavement, and they picked them up and they ate them raw. And if they liked them, then they booked them, and everybody cheered, because then they would be getting money. anyway, that's a great long story. I've more stories of it, but that's what I've got in for that today. And now the knitting, this is some of the knitting patterns that I've gotten in as bookie here. And this here is the Bairns knitted duckers. And I've gotten a pair of knitted duckers. And this was before my time, okay? But this is for the mums. Mums made this for the bairns to go and ducking with before there was material ends. Then, let's see, this is, and then of course if you get into the hospital, you had to have your bed jacket. All the wifeys had to have a bed jacket to get into the hospital. This in here is the manis. I like it. This was all the bonnet cardigans if they would have knitted. And this was your school cardigan. And we all had hem knitted school cardigans. So it was off the fine. Now, and this was the wifey's duckers, you know, if they were knitting. And this was the manis to keep their lugs warm. So this is all the knitting patterns here. Now, I think that's all thing that I've got in my, oh, I've just one more thing in here. This here was a knit needle, and this was enough for a wee gadget. I think this must have been the 50s, but you kept tabs of how many rows you'd knit it. So every time you did a row, you furled the wheelie, and it kept you in touch with how much rows you'd knit it. So I think that's all I'm going to tell you today, and I'll have more things another day. Okay, Grandma Griggly, tatty bye.